floor next to me. I was trying to get organized really quick and try to do these more in order of vendor rather than just randomly picking stuff out. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Rainbow Melts. I've had kind of a strange week. I still have company. I kind of get in this phase at this part of the summer. I'm gonna stick that right there so there's something to look at. I get in this phase during this part of summer where my daughter's been gone long enough to where I start to get a little bit anxious and kind of depressed that she's not here. So I'm kind of dealing with that right now. I just feel, I don't know, I don't feel right. So I don't know. I really don't know what to say about that. It's just, if you go through that, then you kind of know what the deal is. But it just feels like, I don't know, we're almost at the end of June and she's not going to be back till the end of July, so I still have a bit to go, and I've already gone through about a month. She did come back for her dance recital, but it's always difficult. And then, you know, the other thing too is that there's, I mean, I keep getting invitations for her for parties and pool parties and functions with her school that, you know, that she's involved with, teams and stuff. They're doing things, and I'm just like, I don't know, I hate that she misses out on all that. So anyways, okay, let's try to focus here. So this is my weekly warm reviews. Did I already say that? I probably already did. Just kind of out of it. So I did go ahead and warm even though I still have company. Did I already say that? I don't know. Jesus. Okay, let's start with Rainbow Melts. I had 2 bins of this, 2 full shoebox size. If you've seen like the men's shoebox size from Container Store, it's kind of like, it's not very thin, it's more width, and you know, you could fit a pair of men's shoes in there. I have 2 of those, so I was able to get it down to 1.5. So I can warm through a little bit more Rainbow Melts, and then I'll be happy with the stash that I have. You know, 1 box is plenty for me. So however, I'm gonna get to Front Porch here in a minute because I did warm through some Front Porch. I have quite a bit of Front Porch. I have 2 bins full. Yeah, 2 bins full, and they're packed. So I really need to focus on Front Porch a little bit as well and get that down to a more manageable state, because I'll talk about that when I get to it. So this first one here, let's just jump into this 2 minutes later. That's not really jumping in. Rainbow Melts Strawberry Sugar Cookie Dough. This one I was surprised that I really liked. I wasn't really sure because on cold I could only really smell the strawberry and not much of the sugar cookie dough. However, when I did warm it, the strawberry was a fresh picked strawberry, and I don't have a lot of experience with that, but it was really nice. It was a really nice scent in my kitchen. Every time I walked in there, I just loved it. I believe these were 4 cupcake tarts, and I warmed 2 each go. Excuse me, 2 each go in my kitchen, and this is a strong thrower. Every Rainbow Melts I had this week was a strong thrower, so I have no complaints. And so this is just about a year old, so that's perfect. I mean, I don't know. I just had strong throw from Rainbow Melts all week, so I was impressed. I know last week or the week before I had a different scent. I believe it was more of a fresh, lighter scent, and I didn't get as good of a throw from it. So I think she excels at bakery. I do have a couple other fresh scents from her that I'm going to give it a go and see how they do. But she really, her bakery stuff throws amazing so far. Mostly what I have here. So yeah, so mostly I got the fresh picked strawberry scent. I got a little bit of the vanilla, but the sugar cookie dough really wasn't, you know, that wasn't really a dominant scent for me. That's one thing too about some of these scents is like, I love sugar cookie dough bread. I really wish that scent would have been more predominant in there, but it's mostly fresh picked strawberry. So sometimes when you order these things, it's like, you never really know what you're getting because it might say one thing and then, you know, I don't know. Just the fresh picked strawberry, and that was probably the thing I smelled the most. Okay, so this next one is Loopy Amish bread, and I have to say, this is a strong throw, but I think I hate Amish bread and Fruit Loops mixed with that. That's actually Fruity Ring cereal and Amish friendship bread. I think just the 2 of these mixed together, oh man, I just don't think I'm a fan of Amish bread. It has kind of this bitter note to it, And the Fruit Loops just was not really doing anything for that bitter note either. It was just weird. It was just weird all around. I just don't think I like Amish bread. I feel like I have another blend with Amish bread somewhere in my stash. I might, you know, revisit this at a later day, but I hated this. It was a bundt cake, and I usually do about 1 to 1.5 ounces a go, and it was a strong throw, but really, honestly, I kind of had to turn it off earlier than I would have liked to because I wasn't a fan of that scent. I still have a little chunk of this left. I just decided to throw it in here anyway, so I'm just gonna throw it in my computer room right now where the cat is holed up because it stinks in there because, I don't know, I guess with the door shut, the litter box just really starts to stink even though I clean it out every day. I don't know what's going on in there. It just stinks. I think I need to just dump it and start fresh. This is Fright Night Festival. This is a cookie, so it was a pretty big chunky cookie there. So I have about this, that'll be like, I can melt that in my computer room and it'll be nice and strong. Another strong one again, cotton candy frosting, waffle cone, and caramel apple crunch. This is mostly a sweet caramel apple. For some reason, my nose is starting to kind of turn at apple scents. I don't know what the deal is. I usually love apple scents. That's mostly what I got, is a sweet caramel apple. So I don't know why I'm not liking apple scents anymore, but they're just kind of turning my stomach a little bit. I don't really know. This next one here is lemon sugar. Really, jeez Louise. Okay, and my thing just went flying. Lemon sugar blueberry cheesecake. This one really surprised me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna love this or not. Lemon and blueberry, or lemon sugar and blueberry mixed together, are a great combination. This was so creamy, and I wasn't getting any sour note. It was just really pretty. I had this in the kitchen. This was another bundt cake, and it was throwing, and it was strong, and lemon sugar and blueberry are just amazing together. This is an all-around really great blend. I had no issues. Oh, by the way, all of these, one thing I want to say about Rainbow Melts while I'm thinking about this. I warmed all of these in either my Glade or my 20-watt Walgreens, which, as I say always, I always think the Walgreens is just a little bit stronger than the Glade. I get better performance from my Walgreens warmers, but oh yes, I tried this in a Scentsy warmer. I tried a little bit, like 1 ounce or 1.5 ounces of one of these blends, and I got like very little throw. So I really think Rainbow Melts needs to be warmed in a watt warmer, a 20-watt or 24-watt, not a Scentsy. I feel like when I first started melting, I did warm Rainbow Melts in a Scentsy warmer, and I feel like I remember not having a hard time with it, but now I tried and I wasn't having good luck. So I just don't think Rainbow Melts is meant for Scentsy warmers. I'm not really sure why. I probably need to go back to maybe some of my older videos and see what the deal is. Maybe I've always warmed it in watt warmers, I don't know. This one was lemon fluff cake. This is sweet lemon curd, marshmallow fluff, and frosted white cake. So this is a tart lemon, and it was kind of blended down a little bit with marshmallows, but it's mostly a tart lemon. And this was, you know, and most of these that I've talked about, you could smell coming out the door. You could smell floating around the house, no matter where I was warming them. This one, I actually had the door shut in the computer room, and where the cat is holed up, and I could smell this. I kept smelling something. I'm like, what is that? And I realized that it was this scent, and it was coming out of a closed room door. So I think lemon curds in general are pretty strong anyways, but I'm trying to remember, was this a bundt? No, these were 4 little bundt cakes. So I think the bundt cakes were probably about 0.9 each. I think I did 2, 1 in each warmer that I have in that computer room. So my voice is weird today, but this one, another strong performer. Really impressed. Okay, let's get on to this one. Man, this one in the bag. Sweet blueberry cake pops. That little line right there I did myself. I was writing my notes, and I put my paper right here, and then I accidentally wrote on it. But in the bag, like I can whiff it right now, and it just smells so freaking good. So sweet blueberry cake pops, I think was from Daphne's, I believe. So I had to look up blueberry because I wasn't really sure what blueberry was, but I believe it's a strawberry and blueberry mixed I feel like I looked it up and now I completely forgot what I looked up. My mind must have been busy. But I don't like blueberry. On cold, this smelled amazing. I thought I was gonna love it. And then this just goes to show you why you should just warm things whether you think you might like them or not, because in the bag, I was in love with this scent. On warm, I did not like it. Something about strawberry and blueberry just was not sitting right with me. I think because it's almost maybe somewhat of an artificial scent. I mean, I don't know. I just think strawberry and blueberries mixed together. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me. This is a strong throw though. And oh yeah, this is the one that I did try in a Scentsy, and I didn't have a good throw. But strong throw everywhere else. I had a big bag of this, so I warmed it quite a few times this week. You know, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I don't think I would order a blueberry type scent again. I wasn't really getting the sweetness of that cake note either, so. And also, I'm gonna try not to sniffle in this video. I don't know if I have already or not. I'm probably gonna go to the playback and be like, oh crap. I'm gonna try really hard not to. My allergies, I don't know what's going on. My guest that has come to stay with me, when she arrived, she was hacking up a lung. So I was like, well, this is just perfect because now I'm gonna be sick as well. And yeah, I was just like, this is perfect. I'm gonna totally get what she's got and die. Okay, Rainbow Melts, Buddy the Elf Diet. Oh, this one was great. I put awesome throw, smelled amazing. This was just like a straight bakery. I don't really know. It smelled like, I don't know. I was trying to think of when I was a kid. I thought my mom used to make some like brown cookies, but I can't remember what they were called. This is what it kind of reminded me of. It's Buddy the Elf Diet, frosted sugar cookie, sweet fluffy marshmallow, and maple syrup. Now the maple syrup did not overtake this scent at all. It was mostly like, it just reminded me of like a brown cookie. So it would be like cookies and then marshmallows and then okay, that was frightening. Hold on. God's sakes. Does anybody else have that in summertime? Do you, like, I constantly get knocks on my door, ringing doorbells, just people coming by selling things, and I don't know what the hell's going on, but it seriously just irritates me. It's like the sun comes out, the weather changes, and everybody's just like, hey, let's free for all on everybody's door. Just, okay. And, well, not to mention we have a roof being fixed next door, so it's noisy and the dogs are all riled up because they can hear the banging, so people freak me out. Okay, so this Buddy the Elf Diet, this is strong, this is bakery, this is really good. I've warmed this before and I don't remember liking it as much. I mean, I believed I did like it, but I really loved it in the computer room this go round. There was 3 like cookies, really cute cookies that she did. And when was this from? Oh yeah, this is from 2014. So this one was still going strong. Again, I've said it before, Rainbow Melts was a strong throw for me all week, so I was super impressed. Okay, let's move on to, I'm just gonna start pulling stuff out here. I have Front Porch. So like I said, I was trying to get through my Front Porch. I did a, what was this? Was this a 4-pack of Grubbies? I don't think she had these big bags yet though. Maybe this is a newer one. I don't know. Well, it's been a while since I've hauled Front Porch, so maybe not. Pink chiffon powder and sea salt. So these were Grubbies, 4-pack Grubbies. And I realized that I really hate pink chiffon. However, this was a strong throw. I could smell it. Again, we've had a lot of doors shut around here because we've got 2 dogs running around. So they like to get in the trash. They like to make messes. So I just keep the door shut just to keep them out of things. So most of the time when I would go in and smell things, I'd go in the room, shut the door, kind of smell, see what I could smell. But a lot of these were wafting out the door. So this was one of those. And yeah, it was coming out of the room with the door shut as well. So, but I'm realizing that I really do not like pink chiffon, and I'm just gonna have to stay away from pink chiffon scents from now on. It smelled really pretty in the bag actually, but again, on warm, and this is why you should warm things whether you think you're gonna like something or not, is that you never know if, you know, it might change. It really does. This one really changed when it got warmed up. I did not like it at all. So pink chiffon is out of my zone. This one surprised me. Icy Laundry, another strong thrower. This one I did in a Scentsy warmer. Also with this pink chiffon one, I did in a Scentsy warmer, and 20 watt had same performance. No difference really. This one, so Icy Laundry is, I believe, peppermint and her laundry scent. This one was not overly peppermint, but it wasn't like super strong on the laundry either. It was just like, it was like a soft peppermint. It was really good. I'm really growing to love peppermint scents. I don't know what the deal is, and I love it when they're not like so like slam you in the face type of thing. This one I did in my daughter's bathroom. Yeah, you get a little bit of laundry in there, but it's mostly the peppermint, and the peppermint is not like overpowering. So I really enjoyed this. This was nice in the bathroom. I liked it. That was one grubby. Okay, another one, Banana Cream Ultimate Bakery. I wasn't sure how I'd feel about banana because I've never, like I've warmed it here and there perhaps. I'm trying to remember. But this was actually pretty light on the banana. I forgot to look what Ultimate Bakery was, but I feel like there's like a nut bread in here because it almost smelled like banana nut bread to me. Like I said, the banana was not too strong. It was 4 grubby tarts, and she must have changed to these bigger bags sooner versus later because I feel like she just started these big new bags, but maybe I just noticed it in Angie's video that she had mentioned it, and now I realized it, but I never realized it before. That's odd. Okay, so Ultimate Bakery, I'm not sure. It wasn't too strong. I mean, you could smell it and it was present in the room, but it wasn't like a super strong banana throwing bakery type scent going on. I believe I did this, oh yeah, I did 3 grubbies in my kitchen. I did 1 in each warmer, and then I cut 1 in half. So because I think the grubbies are like under an ounce each, and I usually like to get like 1.3 to 1.5 ounces. I have a little scale, so that's why I'm like 1.3 and 1.5. So I try to be consistent with ounces. That one is not one I would probably get again. I probably am not too much into banana scents, but you know, it was good. I mean, it made the kitchen smell good. This one was Fresh Baked Bread. Now see, here's the 4-pack grubbies compared to, so see, there is a difference of size in the bag. I don't know. So this was Fresh Baked Bread. This was a 4-pack. I think I warmed all 4 in my kitchen. I cut, I did 3 in each of my hot plate warmers, and then I cut the 4th one into thirds, and then I just put 1 in each of the 3. So this one was more of like a yeasty bread. This one was hard to explain. Like, it didn't exactly smell like fresh baked bread, but it wasn't offensive either. It wasn't like anything weird. It maybe had a little bit of a yeasty note to it, but not much. And it was strong. So I did really enjoy this one. Not something I would probably buy again. I'd probably buy a blend of fresh baked bread, but yeah, I mean, it was just a singular note, so. Okay, so I did stop for just a second. I forgot where I was on this one. Oh yes, so I went to warm this one. I remember when I first started with Front Porch, this is probably one of the first scents that I got that I truly, really loved. And I remember warming it in my Scentsy warmer when I first got it. So I had a bag of this. I had probably, I feel like I had 7 or 8 grubbies in here, and I finished the bag. What happened is I went, and usually what I do is I did like 1 grubby per Scentsy warmer in my living room area. Never had an issue with it before. This go around though, I was having a really hard time smelling things. So I was watching somebody else's warm reviews, and they had mentioned that they use 2 grubbies from Front Porch in their warmers. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and bump it up to 2 grubbies. Well, I still wasn't really getting much of a throw from this. So I don't know what the date on this is, but I probably want to say it would probably be from 2014, and I feel like it lost some of its scent. Now, the rest of the Front Porch that I warmed this week was fine, so, but I don't know the ages on anything, which is probably why I should put dates on things, but I'm just not that organized, so, which is ironic, but I just don't want to, I don't know, I just don't feel like writing the date on everything. I don't know why. But anyway, so this one definitely lost scent, even with 2 grubbies going. I mean, I tried everything, to get this one to perform, and it just didn't. Now, I mean, I could detect it in the room. Like, I had the fresh baked bread and this one going at the same time. I had this one in the living room, and I had the fresh baked bread in the kitchen. And the funny thing is that they're very kind of similar in scent, except this one is a little bit more of like a cinnamon. I feel like it's more cinnamon, which is weird. I don't like cinnamon. Not really cinnamon. There's just something else different about it. But it, I mean, I could detect it in the air, but it was not as strong as I remember it being when I first got it and first started warming it. So I'm curious to see how my other front porch does. I'll have to try to find some older things in there and see how those work. I'm trying to keep this organized. Okay, let's move on to, oh, okay. Let's do some Shea Scents. So I did pull out Shea Scents. I did a vendor pick, or whatever I'm doing, I don't even know. I'm just pulling out scents that I need to get, or vendors that I need to try and get through that I don't have a very large stash of. So this is one. I actually didn't do a lot of Shea Scents this week as I had hoped, because I still have some more from her. And I think it was Wilma's and Lake Providence Lodge. I didn't warm any of those at all this week except for this one. Blueberry Buttermilk Pancakes. This is one I would definitely reorder. This one was really nice. It's a true scented blueberry, I think. Albeit slightly artificial, but it was mostly authentic. It really did smell like buttermilk pancakes. Like, I could really smell that pancake scent, which for me is hard to find in wax. Like, I have not found a good vendor that has like a pancake scent. So I'm gonna keep looking for pancake scents, because this one was really pretty. I really like this one. This is one that I would definitely get from Shea Scents again. It was strong. There's 6-star, I think they're called Starburst Tarts or Star Tarts maybe. 3 of them, like if you cut one, if you do 1 and 1 and then cut 1 in half, that would equal to about 1.3 to 1.5 ounces. So that's what I did. So I got 2 melts out of this bag. Yeah. Because 3 would make 1 melt. Like, I put them in 2 separate warmers, but, or you could do it in one room, a smaller room, and do just 1.5, if that makes sense. I'm hoping that makes sense. Anyways, this is a great scent. She's got strong, so far, stuff that I used. I think last couple weeks, maybe I had a scent shot that didn't throw very well. It was like almond cake or something. That one I didn't have good luck with, but this one was great. So this would definitely be a repurchase for me. I really like that one. Super Tarts, Gamora. Hopefully that's how you say that. It's pink sugar, mac apple, ice cream scoop bread. I usually get great luck with Super Tarts. I never have any problems. In the scent shot cup, it smells super strong. In the warmer, I was getting a low throw. I don't know what was going on. Now, we did have the air going on full blast, so I feel like maybe that had something to do with it. It wasn't a total dud. Like, I could smell something, you know, in the air. Like, there was a change in the air, there was scent. I just couldn't quite figure out what it was. It was so, like, it wasn't a strong, it was, the weird thing was, is it was throwing, like, sometimes I could smell it down the hallway, and then, but then if I came in the actual room, I couldn't smell it. Sometimes I could smell it if I walked to a different area of the living room, then I could smell it. It was very strange. It was all very odd. I don't know what was going on with this scent, but I mean, it smelled great on cold, so, and it still smells good as I sniff it in there now. So, I mean, it was a strong scent. I don't know, I just don't know what happened. Maybe I'll try this one in a smaller room next time. I usually depend on my Super Tarts to throw in my living room area because it's a bigger space. So usually I almost always throw a scent shot in my living room, and it's never failed me until that scent right there. So I don't know what happened, really. I'll just take it as like maybe a dud, or maybe just not as a strong of a scent. Now this one I got in a destash from Rosalie. She was destashing some scent shots. So that's why this one looks a little bit older. You can see the lid is ripped there. How I Met Your Mother. This is watermelon, pomegranate, and white wine. And I have discovered that I do not like watermelon or pomegranate mixed. I had to throw this one out like ASAP. I could not handle this one at all. I hated this scent. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really try to detect the white wine because by the time I had gotten close enough to smell the watermelon and pomegranate, I wanted to throw up. So watermelon scents and pomegranate scents are not for me. This was strong, so yeah, there's no problem there. Just for me, and I'm sure there's people out there that probably love this scent, but watermelon and pomegranate for me is a definite no. So yeah, that one. And then, so this one, Chomper, which is Jaws and Macintosh Apple. Again, with the Mac Apple, I don't know what's going on. I used to love Macintosh Apple, and this one is heavy Mac Apple, so I actually turned this one off. It's still in the warmer now. Actually, I might turn it on later and hope that it dies down a little bit. I was getting mostly the Macintosh Apple, which is why it was a problem for me, because I really wanted that to go away. And now I can smell the Jaws in the empty scent shot cup, so I don't know. I think maybe I need to warm it for a little bit and let that Macintosh Apple kind of die off a little bit and see. Okay, so this next one I have here is Scentsy. Let me pull up the scent description on this one. I'll just say it right now, this Scentsy scent did not do well for me at all. Let's see, I've got the scent description pulled up right here. Okay, sorry, I had to go search for this one again. Sunny and Share is a bright, sunny citrus mixed with the salty and sandy aroma of the beach, but it's, oh, never mind, this is her review. Okay, so it's sunny citrus mixed with salty and sandy aroma of the beach. I didn't get any beach in here. This smelled to me more like a perfumey scent. There was citrus in there, but it smelled to me more like a bit of a feminine type scent. So, but like I said, I got a very low throw from this. I did it actually in Scentsy warmers in my daughter's room, which is pretty small, like when you shut the door, and usually I get good throw in there. Her bathroom, I usually have no problems, but I just was not getting very much throw. I can smell it in the clamshell. It is actually pretty light, to be honest. I've had better throwers from Scentsy, but I think this one might be discontinued anyway, so maybe there's no point in talking about it anyway. So this is what I got through this week. Not bad all around, considering I wasn't going to be warming anything for a while. And I do have some unfinished like bags that I'm working on and stuff like that, so I have actually melted more than this, but I feel like for the week this is pretty decent. Yeah, there were some favorites in here, and then there were some things that I'm starting to realize what scents I like and what I don't like. So anyways, I will be back with a Super Tarts haul later. Oh, I forgot one thing. My friend started a YouTube channel. I think she's been doing it for a little bit. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna link her channel down below. Her name is Ashley. We actually text back and forth every once in a while, so I love her. I subscribed to her channel and was watching some of her videos, and I just loved them. So I'm gonna put her channel down below. If you're into waxy things, she's a good one to go subscribe to. So okay, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye guys.